So we're discussing about pandas. I think any doubts still the things which we completed yesterday, series and data frame, which we completed. Series, data frame, whatever things were discussed, series concept, data frame concept, lock, iLock, okay, how to create the rows and columns data using the data frame, lock concept, iLock concept,
Excuse
and
me,
in the
sir.
yes, yes.
Sir, please repeat the iLog concept. I confusion still.
What
iLog.
you where did you confuse? What you're not understanding? Can you please tell me?
Sir, that was 1:4. Uh, in according to me, it was 1:3, but you have written 1:4.
One is to four. Yesterday I already told you why we are writing one is to four. What you are targeting, that is the main point. For example, let's say where I am using the iLog. So somewhere I'm. This is what you are asking me, right? One is to four. I am writing. So can you tell me what is the meaning of the first two? What is the meaning of this two, and what is the meaning of this two? So yesterday I clearly told you. Let's say, for example,
Starting
I
point and
row starting, row starting to
row ending.
yeah, row starting to row ending, comma, column starting
Mm.
to column ending. So at what row you are starting, please give that particular row. I'm starting at the first row. 2, I'm going to the fourth row. Fourth row means 4 minus 1, which means 3. So first row, second row, and the third row, 3 rows it will select. N minus 1 logic will be applied for the iLock, since the columns also same. You understood now, Hardeep, why I am passing the 4? 4
No,
means 4.
yeah, 4
4.
minus 1, 3, and you have
Yeah.
written 4, 4.
What 4 I have written? See here, this and these are separate. 1, 2, 4, comma, 1, 2, 4. This is row starting, row ending, column starting, column ending. Okay, I'm starting at the first row. I'm ending at the fourth row. Fourth row means 4 minus 1, which means 3. So first row, second row, and the third row will be outputs. Column also starting from the first column, second column, and third column.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is, I hope you understood till here. Arg max, arg min, and everything. So now let's say, imagine if we have any Excel sheet data. If we have any Excel sheet data, so we can work on that particular Excel sheet data. So I mean, if you do the operations, let's say if you do the operations on top of this data is same, or else if you do the operations by uploading the Excel sheet data also same, because both are data frames only. Because both are data frames only, that we need to keep in mind. That we need to keep in mind. So my point for you is, for example, from where we will get the data sets? What is from, sir? Okay, if we want to learn the pandas, if we want to learn the pandas perfectly, very clearly, from where we will be getting the data? So in my laptop, I have a lot of data. But when we start the Power BI, in that Power BI, I will explain from where we are getting the data, from where I am fetching the data, all those things. So for the pandas concept, since we are discussing about pandas, I want the data, a Excel sheet. Just simply, I want one Excel sheet. For example, let me pick up, let me take one data, one Excel sheet. Let's say one Excel sheet. Suppose if I am picking this one, Titanic data set. There is an Excel sheet in my laptop, which is Titanic data. I will be sharing you this one. So this is how the data looks like. So this is how the data looks like. This is how the data looks like. So my point is, I want to upload this Excel sheet. I want to upload this data data file. This file I want to upload into the collab using pandas. So directly, if you can't apply to the collab, so first you need to upload the Excel sheet to the collab. Then you need to read the data using pandas. For example, I already told you this is the place, this is the place where you will do the operations. So first, please upload the data. Please upload that Excel sheet to this area. So can you see here upload option is? Can you see here upload option? Click on that upload option and select the data set which I shown in front of you. Please select the data set which I have shown in front of you. Somewhere it will be Titanic. Yeah. See, please upload the data. The data set is uploaded. Guys, can you see the data set is uploaded or not?
Yes, sir.
The data set is uploaded. So I uploaded the data to the collab. Now using pandas, see, using pandas, read the data. Please read whatever the data that is there in this file. Please read the data using pandas and keep it in a variable. So see, reading the data from the file using pandas. Using pandas. So df is equals to, I'm taking a variable df using pandas. I'm going to read the data. Read underscore. Guys, you just need to keep one thing in mind. Any structured data you take, rows and columns data, any structured data you take, structured data will be represented in Excel sheet. So you can save the data in two different formats. You can save the data with CSV dot CSV extension, or you can save the data with dot XLSX. So anything is just the difference in the extension, but the data will be rows and columns only. Now you tell me the data set is a structured data set. What extension it is, CSV or XLSX?
CSV.
Say CSV. So using pandas, I want to read the data. I want to read the data, which is a read CSV. See, read the data from the CSV file. Okay. Using pandas, I want to read the data from the CSV file. CSV file. Please pass the file name. Titanic data set dot CSV. Okay. So using pandas, I'm going to simple logic, very simple. Okay, very simple logic. Using pandas, I'm going to read the data from the CSV file. What is the file? Where is the file? I'm giving this file. So see the connection how I'm maintaining. Whatever the data is there, I'm going to read the data from this file and I'm going to save in this particular variable. I'm going to save in this particular variable. So if I run it, see it executing successfully. If I show the variable, if I just show the variable in front of you, see, if I show the variable in front of you, guys, can you see this data exactly how you see in the Excel sheet? See how you see in the Excel sheet. Can you see here? I will reduce the see here. Can you see, guys?
Yes, sir.
Rows and columns. Same data from the file I am reading into the I'm reading and saving into the variable using pandas. Simple. Now I have one question for you. Suppose if any operation I am doing on this particular data, will it change the original data? Will it change the original data?
No.
No.
No, it won't change because it won't change. Just you are reading the data from the file and you are doing the operation on top of the data which you read it. So you are not going to touch the original data. You are not going to touch the data which is inside the file. It will be like that only. It will be like just you are reading the data and keeping in a variable. So if you want to do the operations, do on top of, if you want to do the operation, do on top of the data. And then if you want to save that, you can save that. But original file won't change. The data in the original file will be like that only. It will be like that only. Okay, so these are newly added features, guys. I don't know why these are coming. So seriously, so these options, I think They integrated AI, artificial intelligence to the collab also. All these options are coming. I didn't explore this one, so I will explore later. Okay, keep it aside. Okay, you understood now how to read the data from the file to the variable.
Yes, sir.
So now you see once reading the data, so immediately we need to understand, since we read the data into the df variable using pandas library. Find the find some information from the file. Find some information from the data. So you read the data and the data is in front of you. Data is in front of you within the variable df. So you please show me some data. Show me some information about the data. First one, please find number of rows and number of columns in the data. So how to find out? Very simple. df is the variable where I am having all the data. df is the variable where I am having all the data. df dot shape. What is the meaning of shape? Shape will tell you how many rows are there and how many columns are there. How many rows are there and how many columns are there. So that is the purpose of shape. That is the purpose of shape. Guys, you see one by one I will tell you. You just need to note it down. You just need to understand the function, what it does in pandas. In pandas. So for example, there is a column known as a age column. Seriously, when you see age column or passenger ID column or let's say ticket column, these kind of columns are useless in any data, because you can't do anything with the name. We can't do anything. You can't get any information with the name. Okay, so remaining things will give the information, but this particular data won't, name or ticket number or passenger ID won't give any information. So immediately what I want to do is I want to delete this particular column. Age column I want to delete. Is it possible? Is it possible?
Yes,
See?
sir, it's possible.
Yes. Delete a column. So delete a column. How? So df is the variable where I am having the data. Yes or no? All the Excel sheet data. df is the variable where I am having all the Excel sheet data. So in the df, in this particular df, I am having all the data. So I want to drop, use the drop function. I want to drop. What you want to drop? I want to remove name column. So see, terminology is important. So in the df variable, df is the variable where I am having all the rows and columns data. So I want to drop, which is drop means delete. I want to delete the column which is name. So column means see guys, in numpy in pandas, axis is equals to 1 means what? Axis is equals to 1 means columns, and axis is equals to 0 means rows. But in pandas, what? Vice versa. It's reverse. In pandas, it will be reverse. So you are trying to delete a column, which means name. So column means what? Axis is equal to 1 or axis is equals to 0?
Axis is equals to
Equal
0.
to 1, sir.
Axis is equals to
1.
1 because it is a column. I'm going to delete the column. So I'm passing comma, axis is equals to 1. I'm passing comma, axis is equals to 1. So you see guys, I am running it. See, the name column has been deleted. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
The name column has been deleted. So but once again, if I show the variable in front of you, the name column is there. Now tell me, according to your Python knowledge, why the name column is coming after deleting? Are you updating the variable here? You are doing the operation. Are you updating? No,
No.
right?
No.
So I will write df. So in the df variable, I am going to delete the name column. In the same variable, I am going to update. So name will be deleted and df will be updated. Now if I show the DF, do we have the name column? No
No.
name. There will be no name at all. There will be no name at all. That is the purpose of drop. That is the purpose of drop. Understood, guys? What is the purpose of drop? Drop is used to remove the column. Okay, sir, only one column can we remove? Can't we remove multiple columns? So please remove the passenger ID and ticket column. 2 columns at a time. 2 columns at a time. Yes, I can do it. Drop of. What was the column name? Exactly pass the same column name.
Sir, I can't hear your voice.
Sorry. Sorry, it is mute, I think so. So, if you see, 3 columns we have removed. Yes or no? I hope you understood, everyone. Name column, passenger ID column, and ticket column. We have removed. We have removed. So now, okay, columns are removed. Fine. Guys, understood now what is the purpose of drop?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now my question for you is, I want to rename the column. I want to change the column name. I want to change the column name. So which means, what is the meaning of fare? Price of the ticket. So change the column name from fare to ticket price. I want to change the column name. How? How is it possible? See, DF is a variable where I'm having all the data. So in that particular data, I want to do some changes. I want to rename. What I want to rename? I want to rename the columns. Okay, see, I want to see very clearly. I am writing df is a variable where I am having all the data. Lot of columns are there: survived, P class, gender, age. Lot of columns are there. So in that particular columns, in that particular data, df is a variable where I am having all the data. In that particular data, I want to rename. I want to rename. What I want to rename? I want to rename the column. I want to rename the columns. So I want to rename the columns. What column we want to rename? Wherever there is a fare, I want to rename it with price. So please change the name from fare to price. So I am doing the operation. After doing the operation, should I update or not, guys? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Should I update or not? See, I am
Yes.
updating. I am updating. Done. If I show once again, can you see the fare, the name fare changes to price? Am I right? See, go
Yes,
to the
sir.
top. The fare changes to price. So how to understand the code, sir? Very simple. Very simple. DF is a variable where I am having the data. So there is a function which is known as a rename. I want to rename the column, like wherever there is a fare, please rename it with price. That is the purpose of rename. Sir, I want to print only the column names. I want to print only the column names. df is a variable where I am having all the data. I want to print only the column names. See, df dot columns. Only the column names will be shown in front of you. Only the column names will be shown in front of you. You guys following me? Clear now? So there is one more function which is known as a C. df is a variable where I'm having the data. df dot info. I will write df is the variable where I'm having the data. I am going to use a function known as an info. What this info will do? Will find all the information from the data. See, if I write df.info, complete information about that particular data which is there in the df, it is going to show me. So what is the meaning of information, Sasi? It is going to show me this output. It is going to show me this particular output. What is the meaning of this particular output? See, so directly the concept is def is the variable where you have the data, which is what data you have. This is the data which I have. So complete information about it, it is going to show me. What it is showing me, see, this is the data where I'm having 891 rows and 9 columns. You can ask me, sir, we have 12 columns, no? Why 9? 3 we removed, yes or no? 3 we removed. That's why 891 rows and 9 columns, where each column name and each column name, what type it is following. What type it is following. Let's say survived column. In the survived column, we are having the numbers. So it's a integer. P class also I'm having the numbers integer. Let's say gender is a column where we are having text. So object. Object means nothing but text. Text. Age we are having the numbers like int or float, anything you can give. So embarked is the column where you are having the object. Object means nothing but you are having text data. So if you go to the top, you see in the gender column I'm having male, female. It's a text data. It's a text data. And you can also see here, beauty of this info function is it is going to give you how much memory that it is occupying on top of the RAM for this particular variable. So definitely, as I told you in Python, it will every variable will save in the memory. So how much memory size it is occupying, this particular variable also clearly mentioned. Clearly mentioned. That is the power of this info function.
Sir,
Complete information it will give.
what is
Yes, yes.
714? This is
Sorry.
age column
What?
in 714.
Age column 7 and 4.
714. In the
This
third
one.
column. Yes.
So this one. Okay. Got it. What you're asking, I got it. See, let's say 714, you're asking what is the meaning of the 714. See, in the age column, there are null values. What is the meaning of null values? Very good question. So, for example, if I have a data, okay, let's say age, gender, and suppose some other column, let's say price column. So age 27, 37, 42. Gender male, female. And price 10, 20, 30, 40, suppose. Guys, you see in the age column, one entry is not there, yes or no? Do we have one entry here? Third one? We are not having one entry. So this is known as a null value. Null value means in that particular column, you are not having any data. You are not having anything. It is empty. Pandas will show this in the form of NULL. For example, if you go to the data, if you see the age column, in the age column, see NULL or NAN, it will show. So NAN means there is no value here. It is empty. So if you see, go to the Excel sheet, and I already opened the Excel sheet. If you see the Excel sheet, okay, in the gender column, see, it is empty or not, guys? It is empty or not? Okay, so that particular column, there is no value. That is known as a null value. that is known as a null value. So you need to ask me in the entire data, in the end, before understanding this point, let me go to the top. Please find in each column how many null values are there. How many null values are there? So whatever the data that I have written on top of the screen, in this, how many null values are there? Age is the column where I am having only one null value. Gender 0, price 0. Yes or no? Same thing if I implement the same concept on the DF. DF is the variable where I am having the data, where I am having all the data. In this data is null dot sum. So what is the meaning of this function? So in the DF is the variable where I'm having all the data. Is there any null values? Is there any null values? If they have the null values, please sum and give me sum. So what is the meaning of the sum? See, let's say if you not write the sum, what happens? See, in the, for example, in the age column, there is a null value, there is a null value, there is a null value. It will understand. Okay, the user is asking like df dot is null. User is asking is null. So in the df, I'm having the data. So is null means yes, null value is there, null value is there, null value is there, null value is there. But when you add the sum dot sum, it will count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will count and final figure it will give. So total age, how many are there, it will give. That is the purpose of using sum. So in the DF, in each column, how many null values are there? If I run it, see, survived column, no null value. So total 814 rows. Total 814 rows. In the 814 rows, age is the column I'm having 177 null values. Yes or no? See, 177. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you sit and count like this, total 177 empty places will be there. So total number of data you see here 891. Total number of data is 891. Out of 891, I am having 177 empty area in the age column. In the age column. So in the cabin column, out of 891, 687. See, 687 are empty. 687. In the embarked, I am having only 2. I am having only 2. So total how many rows, guys? Total data how many rows? 891. So in the age column, how many null values are there? 177. 177. If you do the calculation, what was the remaining value you are getting? What was the remaining value that you are getting? 713. 713 or 714, I don't know exactly. So I think you will get this value. Am I right? 891 minus total number of null values in the age, which is 177 or something is there, no? So I don't know what value it is. 177. 714, right? You're getting or not? Understood why it is coming?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. You can pick here in the cabin also 204 only. Out of 891, 687 values are null. So remove 687, then you will be having 204 only. Let's say if you go with the embarked column, so total 891 rows, 2 are null values. So 870, 889. Yeah. See, 818. Guys, understood how to find the null values and how to understand the data with the help of info?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about null and this thing. So here the point is, let's say I will print the DF once again since I can't scroll again and again. So this is the data, right? Okay, we have the null values. What we will do with these null values, everything I will explain. Don't worry, forget about it as of now. So let's say, guys, you see here there is a column known as a gender column, and there is a column which is known as a embarked column. Okay, embarked column. So any one column is like, let's go with the gender column. So my question for you is, how many unique labels are there in the gender column? What is the meaning of labels? What is the meaning of labels? For example, in the gender column, only male and female is repeating again and again and again. Do we have any other label?
No, sir.
Only male and female is repeating. So I want you to find out unique labels in the gender column. Unique label in the gender column. Only male and female are repeating. How you will find out? How you will find out? So df is a variable where I am having all the data. In that particular data, there is a column known as an gender. So in this, I am having male and female. I know. See, df of, if I write the column name, see, I am getting each one, each input. I am getting male, female, male, female, female, male. I am getting all the input. I am getting all the input. Whatever the data is there in the column, it is showing me. It is showing me. My question for you is, in this column, the data is showing here. I mean, only one column data I am showing you, it is showing. So how you will find out the unique labels? Dot unique. Just write dot unique. If you write the unique, see, in the gender column, you are having only male and female, which are repeating again and again and again. Okay, again and again and again. So in the embarked column, what are the unique labels we have? What are the unique labels we have? C, S is we are having, C is we are having, or
Q.
Q we are having. So S, C and Q are repeating again and again and again. But if you remember, in the embarked column, we have two null values also. Yes or no? So
Yes.
those things also unique only, no? Oh, yes or no? Two empty
Yes, sir.
place means that is also one unique. So see here. So df of embarked column. Embarked column dot unique. See, S, Q, C, Q and NAN. Two nulls are there, so that's also unique. If you see here, okay, in the gender column, male and female are there. How many times they are repeating? So you need to use value underscore count. So in the gender column, there is a function value underscore counts. Value underscore counts, which means it will tell you in the gender column, see, it will tell you in the gender column, 577 times the male is repeating, 314 times the female is repeating. If we add both, 577, 314, 11, 9, 8, 891. Number of rows matching or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So total 891 rows. So 577 times male is there. 314 times female is there. So it is matching. Now in this, if you see here, in the embarked column, we know we are having only two null values. Yes or no?
Sir.
Okay, embark dot value underscore counts. These are stable functions. Okay. So see, it is showing, if you count all these three, 644, 168, 77, 8, 16, 15, 15, I think 19, right? 8, 16, 15, 15 plus 4, 19, 8, 14 and 18. And total how much this one? 8, 89. So total how much? 891. Where is the remaining two? Null values, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then matching or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is how you need to compare and understand the data clearly. Venkatesh is asking me, can we use sum function after unique, like df of data dot sum? Why sum? What you want with the sum, Venkatesh? Like what we want to use the sum?
For the unique values.
Unique value. Here it's all mentioned, no?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. You guys following me, no? Clearly, these functions.
Yes.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
In the if we want to count the number, how many times null value is coming?
that is not possible. I mean, values underscore count won't give you the count for null value. If you want to do it, you just need to write for loop. You please write a for loop, and wherever there is a empty, you just increment the count. Like that, you can do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's say, what is the next concepts? So I want you, what I want you to do is, let me tell you one more thing. Okay, we are renaming the columns. Everything is fine. Removing the columns, fine. Okay. So what I want you to do is, I want to add a new column. I want to add a new column, which means concatenate. Which means I want to concatenate. So one logic that I can tell you, you can add a new column, but one thing that you need to keep in mind. So let's say, for example, so see, I will take one column. See, create a column, create a column, and add to existing data. For example, I'm going to create a column here. See, pd dot data pd dot data frame. Okay, what I'm going to create is country. Okay, country is the column name, and I'm going to pass a suppose b something I'm writing b b. Okay, see here, see, this is the column name, and 4 entries are there, 4 inputs are there. So this I want to add. So this column I want to add to the existing one. I want to add to the existing one. Is it possible? See how in the pandas there is a function known as an concat. Concat means adding. So what you want to add? I want to add the data which is in the df. The data which is there in the df, this particular data, and the data which is in the variable a. One column is there, no? This data is present in variable a. So both the data which is present in df and the data which is present in a, both I want to add. So you are adding columns, yes or no, this? Axis is equals to 1. Axis is equals to 1. If I run it, see, it is going to show in front of you. But in the df, how many rows you are having? In the df, how many rows you are having? 891 rows you are having. In the a, how many rows you are having? Only 4 rows. What about remaining things? What about remaining things?
Null values.
Empty. Everything will be empty. I hope you understood. How can we add? We can add the column also. We can add the column to the existing data also. Guys, clear till here?
Sir,
Yes.
row, we
Yes.
can add row,
Sorry.
sir. Here
Row
we are
yesterday.
concatenating.
Yesterday we have seen how to add the row, single row.
Okay,
Some
that can be, we will.
yesterday I think somewhere we have done some. One girl asked me.
Index
See,
value is
using,
equal to 0. True.
yeah. Okay, rows also we can add. Clear, right, guys? These functions. Okay. So now what I want you to do is, I want you to add. So in the price column there is no null values, no. So I want you to add all these values. I want you to add all these values in the price column. Whatever the values are there, you need to add them. How you will do it? How you will do it? What is the option
Sum.
only for sum? Okay. In the df there is a column known as a price. I think small p or capital P. Capital P.
Capital.
And I want to use the
Sum.
sum. I want to use the sum. You are getting the sum of it. Max means max, min means fine. Don't use the sum. Then what is the option? Only for loop. Yes or no? Only
Yeah.
for loop. So pass how to pass a for loop for a particular column. How to pass a for loop for a particular column. Very simple. See, for I in df dot price. So for this particular column, I am going to pass a for loop where in the first iteration, I will be picking the first value. In the second iteration, I will be picking the second value. In the third iteration, it will be picking the third value. So like that, it will pick every iteration one value. So C is equals to C plus I. I will add each and every value. So initial, I will take C as 0. So I think you know how to add. So print C. Print C. We are getting or not? Okay.
Yeah.
We can collect each and every value using the for loop. First I'm collecting this one. 0 plus this one, I will get this value only. Next this value plus this one. Next this sum plus this one. Like that I'm going to add. Like that I'm going to add. So that is the purpose of data, complete data frame. Okay. Concatenating or adding or deleting or whatever you want, you can do it. So there are two more things that I just want to tell you. So I'm going to print the data in front of you. Sir, there is a already null values are there. There are a lot of null values. You can ask me, sir, where is the country column? I added the column, but I didn't update it. If you see, I added the column, but I didn't update it in any variable, in the df variable. So it won't show. Temporarily, I have shown. If you want to save it permanently, save in a variable. Save in the same variable df. Okay. So this is the data. So in this data, we are having null values. In this data, we are having definitely null value. We have the null values. Okay. We have the null values. So my question for you is, in these null values, how can you deal with these null values? Because null values are very harm to the data. If you have the null values, one thing you can do, like you can't build the data report. You can't build a machine learning. You can't build a deep learning. You can't build AI. You can't build the Dockers. You can't make it Kubernetes. And also, entire AI application won't be run. If you have the null values, entire AI won't run. So you need to take a lot of time to work on the null values. I mean, you need to add values definitely. So null values won't be accepted by any algorithm. You need to handle the null values. So a lot of people, what they will do is generally, what they will do is they will delete all the null values. They will delete all the null values. So for example, if I do like that, what happens? See, df in the df is null dot sum is null dot sum. So total 687. I think you see here totals out of 890. Out of 891, 677 null values are there, guys. So do this column is important for you? Is it having any? I mean, do you have any more data there to understand?
Somewhat data is there, no, sir?
No.
687, 787, 8, only 200 rows. Very small data is there. Very small data is there. How so handling 500 null values is not a small task, na? It's not a small. If you have 100 rows, if you have 20 rows null values means you can handle because 80 rows data is in front of you. But if you have only 20 and 80 null values means what we can do? So this is an unwanted column in my perspective. So if you want, you can remove this column also. If you want, you can remove this column also. So first, let me remove the cabin column. So df is equals to df dot drop off. I'm going to drop the cabin column. I'm deleting the column. I'm not doing. I am not removing the row or anything. I'm just deleting the column itself directly. Okay. I am removing the cabin column. Okay. Now if you see, now if you see, the cabin column is removed. Now you have only embarked data, which is very easy, and 177 age 177 rows are there where they are empty. So what they will do is they will remove the null values. So listen one thing, guys. So let's say if this is the data, if this is the data, if this is the data, in these data, if you remove the null values, if you remove the null values, the suppose see, if you remove this null value row, only this particular row or this particular value will be removed? No, entire row will be removed. Yes or no? If you want to remove this one, you need to remove entire row.
Yes, sir.
So like that, if the same thing if you do, out of 891 data, in the age column 700 and 177 null values are there. So 177 rows you will miss. Yes or no? You will lose the data just because of the age column. So in the age column, 177 empty, null values are there. So if you remove 177 rows, it will remove the data from the gender, survived, P class, and also SIBSP, patch, price, everything. Yes or no? So
Yes.
deleting the rows is not a good option. You need to fill the value. For example, let's say if you want, you can remove. How to remove? So in the df, please drop na. Simple. So df in the df variable, which means in this data, please drop the null values. Please drop the null values in this entire data. Wherever there is a null value, that particular row, please delete. Please delete that particular row. It will remove all the rows. It will remove all the rows. For example, see, it will remove this row. It will remove all this row. So this row, it will remove, let's say this one also. Let's say this one also. Let's say this one also. So all, since it is empty, entire row will be removed. So like that 177 rows will be removed. 177 rows will be removed and you will lose the data. This is not a good option. If you want, you fill the data. If you want, you fill the data. How to fill? So which value to be filled, how to fill, that will be done by the data scientist, not data analyst, because he is the person, like he will do lot of advanced statistical concepts. He will compare the visualizations before and after. Okay, for AI people, I will tell those things later. So if there is a null value, how you can fill the null value? How you can fill the null value? For example, 177 null values are there, no? In the place of 177 null values, I want to fill the value 20. I want to fill it with 20. Let's say in the Excel sheet, here null value is there. I want to fill it with 20, 20, 20, 20. I can fill the with a value. I can fill them with a value. How is it possible? You should not delete the value. You should not delete the rows. 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, see. So dropping the rows which are having null values is not good. So I will fill the null value. Wherever there is a null value, I will fill a value. How to fill it? See, in the df, please fill the null value. Fill the null value with 20. Fill the null value with 20. Run it. Run it. See, all the values. Wherever there is a null value, it is added with 20. Once again, if I show the data in front of you, once again the data if I show in front of it will be null, because you are not updating. Yes or no? So now see, there is fill in a. See, now my question is, you are filling the null value with 20, na? So this 20 only will add in the age column, or it will also add in the embarked column wherever there is two null values?
Entire.
Entire, because DEF you are mentioning in the entire data, wherever there is null value, you are filling with 20. Now if you see df dot is null dot sum, is null dot sum. See, no null values. Okay. So if you see guys, when we loaded the data, I mean when we read the data, it looks something like this. Now how it looks like? Slowly understanding, doing operations. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. That is the power of pandas. Pandas means data manipulation, data mining, digging the data, understanding the data, manipulating. What is the meaning of manipulate? Adding, deleting, whatever I want, I will do it. So this is, we can say, completely about the pandas concept. All the functions which we will use, mostly AI function, all these functions which we'll use for AI people also, I told you, like values underscore count, writing the loops, all the things in the pandas has been completed. Like if you have any queries still here, you can ask me. Any queries still here?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Without upload the CSV file, can we read also location file path
Yes, of course. Of course.
in our
See, let's
computer?
say,
Yeah.
yes. I will. Can I? Do I show like that? If you want, I will show it. So let's say, somewhere I will open. In my local laptop, I am opening. So see how I will read. So instead, if you are working in the local laptop, see, let's say in my downloads, somewhere I will open one file. Okay. So import pandas as PD. Okay. So where is your data set? Your data set is in the downloads, yes or no? In downloads, Titanic data. Here is my file. So copy the exact path. You need to take the exact path in the C drive, in the user, in the Corla, in downloads. In the downloads, where is the file? Where is the file? Titanic data. Titanic data. Titanic data. So this is the file. Copy the path. See, I'm copying the complete path. You need to copy the path. Okay. Paste it here. See, df is equals to pd dot read. I want to read the CSV file from this particular, in the C drive, from the downloads, in this particular folder. In this particular folder, see, you see in this particular folder, there is a file known as the file name. File name, please keep the file name, .csv. Understood how I am writing? I am passing the path. In this particular folder, there is a file. This is the file. Please read the data from this location. I run it. Where is the error? 1 minute. Okay. Since I am using the Windows operating system, either you need to use 2 backward slashes or 1 forward slash. 2 backward slashes or 1 forward slash. So double. Okay. Now if I see, can you see the data?
Yes.
Okay. That is how you can read. That is how. So then why here directly it is showing?
So
Because
why change?
Sorry.
Why change ideally in Jupyter? Why you run in Jupyter?
Come again.
Not
What's
in,
your question?
You run in Jupyter ideally, na? So why you not run in Colab, Google Colab?
No. In the Google Colab, I already told in the file handling concept. Na? So whatever the data or file or anything that is mentioned here, we can directly access them. There is no need of giving the path. Yes or no? Suppose if this data set, if it is present inside the drive, in the file handling concept, I have given the path. Do you remember? The path I have given.
Yes.
So you need to give that particular path. Okay. So this is completely about pandas, guys. If you have any query till here, you can ask me. Very, very important. I'm telling you. Very, very important. Clear? There is one function like a group by. I don't know. A lot of people will use this one, but in my experience, like I don't get any information with this, but I will explain. Group by. So 2 things we can do with the group by. So let's say we have the data already. let's say we have the data already. So in the survived column, see, in the survived column, how many unique labels are there? Tell me, how many unique labels are there? We have 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, which means only zeros and
Zero.
ones. We have only zeros and ones in the survived column. In the survived column, what are the unique values? What are the unique values we are having? Only 0 and 1. So this survived column, I will be comparing with the remaining columns. I will be comparing with the remaining numerical columns. Okay, only numerical columns we can do it for the group by. So see, in the pandas, in the DF, I think GROU group by. Okay, I'm going to apply the group by. 1 minute, guys. Group by logic, how we will apply in the data. I'm going to take the group by with the column survived column. I'm going to find the mean. If I'm not wrong, this will work. Yeah. So see, guys, this kind of information. See, in the DF, lot of columns are there. I'm telling about only numerical columns. So survived column I'm taking. So survived, in the survived I have 0th and 1. Only 2 labels are there. So all the rows which comes under 0 for the plea class, their mean I am finding. See, their mean, age mean, SISB mean. So this kind of information also we can do it. How this works is, see, come here. How this works is, see, for example, go to the top area. Okay, here. So see, what I am doing in the survived 0 is there, no? Select the 0, only the 0. For example, few things I will explain. Only 0. 0 related age. Only 0 related age, please select. Okay, empty value we added 20, no? So 0 related age. You find the mean. Mean means what? Average. So for the zeros, for the age column, find the mean. 22 plus 35 plus 20 plus 54 plus 2 divided by how many are there total? Total how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just explaining for 5. You do it for the remaining things also. 5. Whatever the value you get, that is what you go. Survived. In the survived, I am having 0 and 1. So with the 0, the age column, mean. Okay. Some other column, patch with 0, their values add to the mean. Understood, guys? How the values are coming? So this kind of information also you can find with group by. So like for example, if you want to find the standard deviation, you can find the standard deviations. What is the formula for standard deviations? In upcoming sections, we'll see. What is the formula for the standard deviation? X of I minus mu whole square divided by n minus 1 root of for the sample data. Okay, we'll see one by one in upcoming sections. Clear now, guys?
Yes.
Group
Yes.
by. So this is completely pandas. If you have any queries, you can ask me, or else tomorrow we'll start matplotlib, completely visualization. So the data I will show in the graphical manner.
Can we use the duplicate function in here data, CSV data?
Come again once, can we?
Duplicate function. We can use duplicate function in CSV data. In the example, you
use-
can.
So you want to remove the duplicate rows or what?
I also remove the duplicate values or rows. Any.
Duplicate, I think, is it? I didn't use it. Let me check. Yeah, it is there. Say drop duplicates. It will drop all the duplicate values. Okay. You can use it, but I think in this data there are no duplicates. Okay. So I just forgot to tell you one more thing, guys. Like 3 things I really forgot it. See, head, tail, and sample. So what is the meaning of head means? See, if I show the data with a variable, it is showing all the data, sir. No, see, if I show the data, if I print the variable, because df is the variable where I'm having the data, so it is showing all the data. See, first few rows it is showing, some rows it is skipping, and last rows it is showing. Yes or no? Because it is not able to show all the data like Excel sheet. We can't scroll now. So if you print the variable directly, it is going to show the data in this manner. But if you use the head, see, df dot head means it will show only the first 5 rows in the data. See, it will show only the first 5 rows in the data. Head means if you do like that, df means all the data will be shown. All the data like this, it will be shown. But if you want to see only the first 5 rows, use the head. If you want to see last 5 rows, use the last 5 rows. Okay, first 5 rows. Sir, I want to see only first 7. So df dot head of 7. First 7 rows we can see from the data. Last 7 I need to see. See? Understood, guys? It and simple, just showing in front of you. Instead of printing all the data like this, you can print first 2, 3, 7 or anything you want. Sample means not first, not last. Randomly it will show. So sample. So please show me in this particular data, I have 891 rows. Out of 891 rows, randomly show me 5 rows. Randomly show me 5 rows. See, randomly some 5 rows it was going to. Randomly show me 15 rows. It is going to show. That is the purpose of head, tail, and some, just to show in front of you for your understanding purpose. If you want to directly use it, use it. Guys, understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, tomorrow we'll start matplotlib. Very, very beautiful one. Visualization completely. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
this file I will upload in the drive along with the example file. Do I upload the example files yesterday? I think PPT also. Do I upload the PPT? The PPT uploaded. PPT uploaded. I think examples I didn't upload it in my point. I thought of uploading today. Let me upload. Yeah, lot of examples will be there. Please work on them. Okay. Yeah, examples uploaded. Here, this file I will download. Yeah, I will upload in another drive also. Few people now itself I will upload. Please collect from them. Okay, material. Yeah, PPT is there. My examples are the written file is there. In other drive also I will upload now. Can you please give me the hint for list palindrome? Using for loop, collect one value and write the logic for the palindrome, whether it is palindrome or not. If it is not palindrome, ignore it. If the loop is collecting
Sir,
one
can you
value,
please explain once?
yes. See, let's say Python. So what I'm saying is, suppose if you have some values like suppose 121, 144, or 158. So using for loop, please collect first value. After first collecting the first value, write some logic to prove, check it, like you write some logic and check it whether the reverse of this word and the pickup number both are same or not.
I
If they
can
are
use
same,
-1 concept or
no, don't use slicing. Use the while loop. No, I
okay.
told you while loop.
Okay.
If it is a palindrome means append this to some list and keep it separately, safe side. Okay, if it is not means ignore them.
Sir,
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow.
So, excuse me.
Yes, please.
In Pandas, sir, also we date and time functions in there, na?
Yeah, no, no. Why? What is the purpose of date and time? No need.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We have a lot of functions. Like we have more than 2,000 functions in Pandas and NumPy. Okay, what is important? We need to
It's
learn.
just need for
Sir,
okay.
pre-processing means in Pandas, manipulation is done and
See, pre-processing means, let's say, for example, not for analysis people, let's say, if you are a data scientist means, if you want to build a algorithm, what we will do, like machine learning algorithms or deep learning algorithms, we need to build. So if you want to build those algorithms, we need to make sure that the data is very clean, no null values, nothing. So mainly the data scientist, we will follow a pipeline. What we will follow? We will take the data first, using this pandas. First we'll understand the data. If there is any manipulations will be done. And here pre-processing means feature engineering and feature selection. So here directly I fill the null value with 20 na. If there is null value, I filled with 20. So why 20? So why 20 is possible? 20 is not possible na. So there we will be doing lot of statistical analysis. So for example, there we will be doing lot of statistical analysis, and we will select the best. We will select the best value. Which value should be good, that value we will pick and we will fill. What are the columns important? Those columns only we will pick, and remaining things we'll ignore based on the statistical rule. All these concepts are known as a pipeline. If you want to see an overview of it, you can go to my GitHub. In here it will mention, let's say, where is this one? Give me a minute. Code analysis. Feature engineering, feature selection, like complete concepts for the data scientist people I have created here. For example, see, missing values, directly using pandas we filled it with 20, but this is for analyst people. But data scientist people, what he have to do? He need to build the report. Like he need to write lots of information. He need to understand. He need to make sure that the value should be perfect. So perfect value only we will add. How to do it? Like in upcoming machine learning, I will tell you. That's a different story. So I will show you here how the analysis will be done. Just give me a minute. That is what pre-processing means.
Directly we can't process
No,
the
no, no.
data.
No. Directly we can't. Like whatever the operations that we are doing, it need to satisfy the statistical rule.
Okay.
Then only it will be, it works in a proper way. So we can't fill whatever the value we needed. I think in this file you can check it. Lot of visualizations will be there. Okay. Any doubts remaining people?
Okay.
Slowly.
Thank you.
Okay guys, see you tomorrow.